everyone, welcome back to my channel Let's Learn with Lizzie, your go to space for easy, fun, and 100% exam ready English lessons. Today we are diving into one of the most meaningful stories in your Class 12 Flamingo book, The Rattrap by Selma Lagerlöf. It's not just about a poor peddler, it's about life, kindness, and how even the darkest soul can find light. So grab your notes and let's get started. Before we jump into the story, meet Selma Lagerlöf. She was a Swedish author, and guess what? She was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize in Literature way back in 1909. She is known for her heartwarming, thoughtful stories that feel like fairy tales but leave you thinking deeply about human values. The Rattrap falls under three powerful genres. First one, this is an allegory where objects and events symbolize the deeper meanings. Next, it's a philosophical fiction. It explores right, wrong, temptation, and redemption. Finally, it's a realistic fiction which has believable characters and the rural background. So, yes, it's a story, but also a lesson about how the world traps us in materialism. Let's talk about the title, The Rattrap. I know it sounds very simple, right? But it's super deep. The author compares the entire world to a rat trap. Temptations like money, shelter, and food, those are the cheese. Once you go for them, you are trapped. But here's the twist, the trap can be escaped with love and kindness. Now let's meet the cast members of the story. We are having the main character, the peddler, then the crofter, next to the Ironman and his daughter Atla Wilmanson. So here's how the story goes. A poor man sells rat traps, barely surviving. He believes that the world is a trap, tempting people into misery. He meets a kind crofter who gives him food and shelter. But what does he do? He steals the money. Yep, while escaping, he gets lost in the forest. Poetic justice, definitely. Then he lands up at an iron mill where an iron master mistakes him for an old army buddy. Ironic, right? The peddler stays quiet, playing along, but when the truth is revealed, the iron master gets angry. But the hero of the story, Adla, the Iron Master's daughter, she is gentle, respectful, and treats the peddler like a real guest. On Christmas morning, boom, the redemption takes place. The peddler leaves, but not before he leaves behind the stolen money. A letter of thanks signed as Captain One Star, his better self. Here's a quick story map. Exposition. A poor wanderer peddler, he steals money and gets lost. Edla's kindness melts his heart. He prepares to leave, leaves the stolen money behind. Redeemed, simple arc, powerful message. Here's what the story teaches us. Compassion can change lives. Materialism traps us. Every person has a second chance. Respect and dignity matters even for the lost and poor. Focus on these areas. There are some important quotes. The whole world has never been kind to him, so it gave him unkind thoughts. Next, the whole world is nothing but a big rat trap. Finally, one can turn from a vagabond to a captain with a little compassion. How beautiful it is, right? The moral of the story, it's very simple but deep. Even the most lost soul can find redemption. Compassion has the power to break the rat trap of materialism and selfishness. We should never judge someone by their past or appearances. Finally, we are having some exam tips. Focus on the allegorical nature of the story, the character arc of the peddler, which is focusing on his character transformation, where a rat trap seller is converting into a captain at the end of the story. The role of Edla's compassion, which changes the whole story. The literary devices used in the story, like symbolism of Rattrap, irony, and prepare for theme based long answers, character sketch of the peddler, extract based question. So that was the Rat Trap, a story that starts with theft and ends with transformation. If you liked this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and share it with your study buddies. And here's your challenge for the day. What do you think is the biggest rat trap in our modern world? Drop your answer in the comments. And as always, keep learning, keep growing. Catch you next time.